Angelo here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back viewers of my stream. So, guys, this is going to be a really quick recap from the hour and 38, basically hour and 40-minute Lost Ark on air Gold River from, for us in America, Independence Day, 7/4/2023. So, getting into it, obviously there was a quick little intro, and it's so insanely crazy. I'm gonna just have the video playing in the background, but I'm gonna run through as much as I can for you guys the rough translations that I was able to get. So this guy right here is an absolute G, and basically what it came down to, I'll just kind of start. So this Gold River stream, for my NAEU people that don't fully speak Korean, this is a rough translation for certain things. But first I gotta stress how much this man right here, that is so powerful. You know, just to see a face, to see a person who can potentially actually really care, and he also just loves the way that the direction of the game is going and where he can go from here. I mean, it's huge. I'll try and keep his voice up there a bit, but I don't want it to be too loud. Because, yeah, sadly, a lot of us don't speak Korean, so this is roughly what I got. So here we go. So going forward, all regions will be different. One region's development will not affect another. So all these guys that were watching Korea and being like, oh, this is what's going to happen in NA, this is what's going to happen in NA. Naturally, the Koreans, they play a whole nother game from us. The Russians play a whole nother game from us. The Japanese server, whole nother game from us. And this new upcoming server from China, a whole nother game from us here in NAEU. And despite that, I believe the giant sentiment, and I feel it's also because, as people call them, what the three bozos sometimes, that's kind of messed up. Or what do they call them? Endurance, expertise, and dominion whenever they do bad things. Or they call them, and right there, I mean, yeah. Aside from that, then you also can call, when they do something good, their spec, swiftness, and crit. Oh, it's stupid. But man, those Korean guys are hilarious. Alright, Korean server, you guys are hilarious. Alright, but going on, he likes Akan, but he just doesn't know the rewards. He can't find, in addition to that, so he's probably going to rework the rewards for Akan. He can't find someone to fill the director's role. Apparently he's going to step down as CCO, and he's going to be the director until the 5th anniversary of Lost Ark. Now, does that just mean 1 year? Because like, even though like we started the stream and it said, what was it, season 2? I'm pretty sure this game's been out for a lot longer. So, is he only going to stick around until 2024? And basically at this point, excuse me, is he going to try and just fix the game and then kind of ride off in the sunset, and then, bam, there's the three bozos, right, I guess? Yeah, because it's very important for someone that has a goal, a vision, and clearly this guy has it. And, like, even if I were to just go here and just read some of these, damn, it kind of sucks. I was able to translate these before, but, well, that's unfortunate. But a lot of these, if you read these like on mobile, they can translate these for you. And then a lot of these people are just loving what he says. Like, they're just like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. This guy's the light. Like, it's really incredible. Like, this guy, I'm pretty sure is the reason why people got into Lost Ark. And I didn't really understand it. I get it now. I get it now with the new 3 guys. So again, and speaking of them, the temp directors are great and they're at their jobs, but they're just not ready to communicate with the players. So just like this guy, and I can understand how much stress he went under, but he did it for himself, and he did it because he knew this is the direction he wanted to go, and this is how it is. And even if something was going wrong, he would still try and explain it to you. And that's why some people that feel lost on customer service and whatnot, even in the real world and in trades and jobs and whatnot, it's huge. A couple words of communication. So, for instance, if you're doing a trade job or something like that, and then you're like a plumber, and then you go in and you never even talk to the homeowner or the business person, you just go in, fix it and dip out, do they even know you were there, even though you fixed the job? So then, just to walk over and be like, hey, I'm the plumber or I'm the electrician, I'm gonna work on it right now, I'll be in this room. And then the person that's getting worked on is gonna be like, oh, sweet, thank you. Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do. But again, like if you just go in, do it, and leave, and then they see your car start, and then they see your car leave, but you don't actually, you as the paying customer, you have no idea what they did. You're gonna be skeptical. You're gonna be like, what is this? And then you're gonna start thinking all the negative thoughts, which, you know, sadly, you know, the China upcoming China server was getting bashed, saying that it was all the censorship, whatever, on the clothing and the models and the characters is what was doing it. But hey, now he's saying that clearly wasn't it. Now, continuing what he said on the temp directors, he says they're guiding the game in a good direction. You know, just, yeah, they don't really know how to communicate. Aside from that, the Vicus, the Vulcan, Clown, reworks, they're coming. And he feels that he wants to scale them with the levels. All of his opinion, he says, Guardians need to be adjusted. He says it's just too stressful for a daily. And I agree with that. I mean, right now, Hanwha-tan is alright, but even when you get gatekept for Guardian raids sometimes, just because you're like on eye level or close to eye level, like I'm 1541 on my main, and sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, I applied for one, and then most people are just like, nope, nope. It's like, bro, okay, whatever, man. Amazingly, Hanwha-tan's not that hard, especially if you can just, if you use your damn battle items, you're good to go. Okay. And then now he wants to change everything to like a 7-month dev cycle for endgame content. Right now, currently, they're trying to do like 3 times a year, and he's like, that is no longer possible. So, and I believe this is going to be a great change. He says solo content will be a focus going forward. I would much rather like this rather than having locked into 4 people raids or 8 people raids. That is events. Those are events and raids. Those are something that has to happen later. But I mean, as solo content, like, let me move forward. Let me progress solo. Let me get things that can help me push forward solo. Because if you either have performance anxiety, as Mono would call it, or if you have raid anxiety, that's some of the biggest things right there. Another thing that he talked about was a lot of these systems are old. He said the first line of code for this game was made in 2011. And he's like, a lot of those devs are just gone. They've moved on to other projects or left the company entirely. He's like, new devs need to be trained, and the people that they have right now, they're the ones that got to work with. Like those people that say, hey man, you know, this or whatnot company was better, or the game was better back in the day. Well, that's back in the day. Those people aren't around anymore. Everything's changed. You got to adapt and change with the crew that you have now, and in the situation, the progress, or the state the game's in now. So he definitely needs to say that it's a double-edged sword, because now he's saying both. One, he has to take responsibility, which he is, because obviously he's the only person here, so anything goes wrong, he's going to be eating it for the next year or so. And in addition to that, he's also the guy that is responsible keeping the game updated and trained on all the new employees. So I wish him luck, and I wish all these developers currently at Smilegate, I wish them luck too, because the better they work on the game, the better it'll be for all of us. And kind of make sure it's not too loud, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so in addition to that, this is something a lot of the people that have like 24 alts and or 12 alts, tunes, whatever you want to call them, he's saying the 6-character gold limit was needed back in the day because of the gold inflation. And he says the dev team has spent a lot of time on the Third Awakening, so we'll see what he does, because like the 6 gold limit, obviously for someone like ATK, I think he has 24 characters or something like that, something ridiculous. He doesn't even play any of those characters really anymore, so if they release the gold character limit, that guy's going to be ready. He's going to, I mean, if anything, if they put it to 10, 12, could be good, but then again, more homework, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Alright, and he says, now this is a funny one. He himself, he's like, Lost Ark is a dark world. And he's like, Mokoko events are too cheery or too happy, I guess is the best way you can kind of say. He's on Inven thread making fun of the Mokoko events. And sad to say, it had an effect on poor Gold River. Like, look at this poor guy. He's doing his best. And he looks like the type of guy that it looks like it hurts his feelings and it hurts him deep, especially since this arguably is his baby. This is his baby. He is like the Kojima to a Metal Gear, but he's actually still at the company. That's the difference. Like, he can do some stuff. Oh, man. Let's see here. You said the dev team enjoyed working on Mokoko's, and the praise went too hard on the Mokoko's, so then they just, kind of kept going with it. Hell yeah, let's keep getting praise. Yeah. And then now it's kind of like, okay, all right. And then I guess from now on, winter, this upcoming winter Loa-On or winter for Lost Ark will launch thematic events. I like also the fact that he's here, and I believe he's reading chat, and he's just taking questions. He had Inven, and it's just you and the director. This is so rare. Come on, dude. Is Blizzard going to do something like this? No, they're not. All right, we're getting pretty close to like the rest of it. Male Scrapper, basically all he said was just trust the team. I'm sure the Male Scrapper would be great. I mean, to me, I don't really care too much about Soul Leader. Speaking of Soul Leader, he was saying that they will be adjusted based on the feedback. So I think Zeals was talking something along the lines of the way that she holds the scythe. And someone even argued saying that it looked like the Soul Eater is quite literally just holding a Mokoko hammer and just running with that and using it. So they're like, okay, we're going to adjust it, maybe make it look a little cooler, maybe have the blade like below. Who knows? We'll see exactly what they do. And I'm probably thinking this is mainly for Korea, because I don't think they've had any skins for a long time. I know Zeals and all them were complaining about it, but he's saying there's going to be a lot more skins coming in the second half of 2023. So for Korea, again, I can't say what they get is what we're going to get, because as he said in the very beginning, everything's going to be different per region. He was also talking about class change tickets is not being discussed. So that's something that may or may not be there. The way it's looking, probably not too many things to happen. I mean, he could probably make it. The craziest thing, I have belief and I have faith whenever I see this guy, and this guy's taking charge and taking the lead and taking the full boss role and everything, but I don't know about the other guys yet. The other guys, I think, are good at working, and then just that's it. They're not good at describing or letting you know. Their communication skills definitely need some work. Right now, and the biggest thing, as they've always said, this is something they've been always saying in Lost Ark, data. They're always going to be looking at data. So he'll look at the data, and he's going to see if the 6-goal character limit will be adjusted. And the decision will be based on data and not any preconceived statements. So that could be good, that could be bad. We shall see. Chaos Dungeon change. Well, I don't know if it's going to happen yet. He says again, it's all data. Data. He needs to look at the data, but we'll make adjustments until an agreed upon change is made. So if you're looking for less homework, more homework, they could probably do something like Ebony Cube related, but I don't really know. If anything, just have the spawn in faster, little things like that to keep it going, but we shall see where they go from here on the Chaos Engine. And then, oh, beautiful. This is all I was really caring about. He said, vertical progression and other avenues outside of raids. Great. What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea. Hopefully it's like what I was saying. Life skills, have that random drop. Let that kind of Mira Calandra, effect potentially happen. You get a whole new piece of gear. Again, to me, I was just saying keep the roster, all your characters' rosters. Let them share all of the drops. And obviously you can't use it until you're the eye level, so if you get Brell horns, or I guess Brell powder now, because Brell horns are going away, but if you get any of those things, once all your other characters are 1490, they can use that to craft their own gear, any extra that your main got. That's my opinion. That would relieve a lot of stress, so if people want to do the raid, they can do it again, but like if everyone's sharing it for 6 characters, you're good to go. Or make it sellable, I don't know. And then, what's that? Pretty much the last part he kind of ended with for the most part was, understands the game's image took a huge hit. From here on out, as temporary director, he will be sure to communicate and follow up with action. Rinse and repeat. It will take some time to fix one thing at a time. It's better to start new than try to glue the entire to try and glue together an old project. So that is what the Gold River in a nutshell was him talking about. As you can see, this is just the very beginning of it. This is only about like 25 minutes in. I've talked about for 14 minutes. But for the most part, that's the rest. It is amazing, and I cannot say how big a difference it can be that this one man, this guy right here, Gold River, can impact and change a game so much. This must be what it's like when people truly trust leadership. Like they're like, hey, that's the man that's steering the ship. That's the captain of Lost Ark. That's the guy that's going to bring us to the promised land, or whatever you want to say. This is, yeah. And then if you were to go through and read some of these that are translated, some of these guys just say like, I couldn't see before, but now all I see is the light. Like, it's amazing, man. Korea loves this guy, and for good reason. This guy knows what he wants. He knows where they should go. He understands some things are crazy. He doesn't. I wouldn't say he used corporate speak. He kind of does, but at the same time, it's a much more personable corporate speak. It's not the "don't you guys have phones?" Like it's literally like, okay, there's stuff we got to work on. I'm looking at it. We're gonna do the data. I will communicate with you, and then like. He's not going to do that shit, and I think it's the thing that pissed off most people. Whenever there was the Q&A session with the three supposed... I hate calling them the bozos, because I feel bad, because I'm sure they're great at their job. Just, they are terrible at communicating. That's all there is to it. And they're very robotic, and they just don't really... Clearly, they weren't meant to be actors. They're meant to be behind the screen, program, and get the stuff done. But... like this guy, even though he himself may not be an actor or anything like that, but I guess the best way I can describe it is he's genuine. He's genuine, and like I said, the Korean servers, all the guys from the populace themselves, they fucking love this guy. I get it. It makes sense. Hearts everywhere, and I think now that this guy's back, Lost Ark can be back where it needs to be, but we'll see. We'll see. And I think that's a very good call to have all the regions different. Because if we don't have Yaz's jar, why are we getting things similar to what Yaz's jar? Because, this area complained too much about pay to win and RNG and loot boxes, all that stuff. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for his overall stream. Yeah, and he kind of, let me see, he kind of goes through with it, talks about like all the things moving forward. I believe this is what the Soul... Yep, Soul Eater, so before, after... Okay, yeah, alright, I'm seeing some stuff, yeah. So, like, basically, I guess they just didn't know where the scythe should be all the time. And, yeah. Oh, and more summer skins, potentially. And I guess this is just him kind of talking about also as well, like some of the standard, the way enemies work, they're kind of the same. And yeah, at this point, he's pretty much just really going for it. And respect, man, respect. The guy knows what he was talking about. He knows what direction he wants the game to go in. And yeah, for the most part, near the end, it's just straight Q&A. So let's finish off with him saying goodbye.
카메라를 이렇게 좀 센스 있으시. 네, 저희가 그냥 이런 자리에서 여러분들한테 이제 앉아서 고개만 까딱거리는 건 예의가 아닌 것 같아서 진심으로 여러분들에게 사과 인사를 드리면서 저는 물러가도록 하겠습니다. 여러분들 정말 너무 죄송하고 너무 정말 저도 아팠고 여러분들의 상처를 조금씩 봉합을 해서 더 발전되고 나아가는 로스트 아크 보여드리도록 하겠습니다. 여러분들 대단히 죄송하고 대단히 감사드립니다. 죄송합니다. 네, 그러면 저는 또 다음 여러 가지 좀 내부에 가서 많은 논의를 하고 여러분들하고 또 좋은 모습으로 다시 찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 대단히 감사합니다.
Thank you as well. So, yeah, respect, man. Respect to that guy. I get it. I get it. This guy's great. This guy's awesome. You guys let me know what you guys think. All right, do you have Faith back? Lost Ark? The director's back? Gold River? It's amazing what one person can do. When people always say, what can one person possibly do? Well, for starters, he's pretty much won back the entirety of the Korean players. Amazing. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, where they're going to go. Again, did you stop playing? Do you think Gold River coming back and being the temporary director is good enough? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys out there. Later.